Hi, this is Nigel K's tomato growing video. We are a week late this time. It's 3 weeks since we did the last one. Just last weekend I was away. But I took a quick video last weekend before I went away, just showing around the greenhouse, just so you can see what the progress was 2 weeks later. So we'll put that video on at the very end of this one, and it just gives a catch-up time of 2 weeks since the last one. As you can see, the tomatoes are still ripening up. When you see the video from last week, you'll have seen that we picked quite a few. There's a lot more on than what there was now. Every day are coming now, they're ripening up. The date today is the 22nd of June, just so you can have some idea of the progress. Last week's video was effectively, there was quite a lot of red ones on, and from planting out into the grow bags until picking our first tomatoes, it's about 10-11 weeks. Last week was about the 11th week, and you'll be able to see, you know, just how many's ripened up in that 11 weeks since we've planted them out, by keeping on with our planting and gardening programme. What we're doing now for this week, as I say, the weather's been nice, so we've been watering basically every day. So at the moment we're feeding 3 times a week with our soluble tomato feed. We're actually feeding once every 2 weeks still with our calcium nitrate, and as you can see, we've got no blossom end rot, we've got no black marks or anything on the tomatoes. Everyone's been setting perfectly. Even these very last top trusses, as you can see, no blossom end rot. Everyone's setting beautifully, and that's 100% thanks to the calcium nitrate. We've been feeding that once every 2 weeks. As I said, we've been feeding 3 times a week with our soluble tomato feed, and once every 2 weeks we've been scattering a couple of teaspoons, around about 10 ml of seaweed powder on the base of each plant. That's being watered in every time we do it. As I say, side shoots now, as the plant isn't growing, the side shoots are getting less and less, so we are still getting the odd ones which need to come out. So as I say, just carry on taking your side shoots out. These are what grow between the plant stem and the leaf. They actually grow right in the middle, so people call them side shoots, robbers, suckers. As I say, we've always called them robbers. Keep on top of all them and get them out. There's not as much need to shake them as much now, because most of them have now set. As I say, side shoots there we've missed. But as I say, if you still got flowers on the ends of them, like these trusses over here, you know, keep shaking them every day, tap the cane, and that just basically releases the pollen and they're set okay. Just one more to show you up in the pot. We haven't really showed this plant very much. As I say, plenty on these. These are again the small cherry variety. As you can see, the trusses there, I've pulled that one off. As I say, the trusses there, they're doing well. These are nice little cherries, nice and sweet tomatoes. So watch the video at the end of this. That's what we took last week, and that just gives you the 2 week cycle, and you can see how we're doing. And please join us again in 2 weeks time for the next video. Cheers, bye bye. As you can see, there's the fruit are ripening well. I'll just give you a quick glimpse of the tomatoes as they're ripening up. In fact, the trusses have got so heavy on a lot of them, because the tomatoes are big and full trusses, that we've had to tie some of the trusses up onto the plant to support them, because we've quite a few that the trusses were snapping. But as you can see, we've got a good crop there. I'll just quickly run the camera around the greenhouse so you can see the red tomatoes. Yeah, let's go down this other side. These are the money makers on this side. As you can see, all ripening up well. Then we go down to the Alicante. The Alicante's ripening up well as well. Yeah, we've got red fruit right down, even right down to the little honeycomb. And these little honeycomb, these have just been a mass. An absolute mass of little tiny sweet tomatoes. They're actually really sweet, absolutely sweet, and the gorgeous taste of tomatoes. And they look at that truss there. There's when I say there must be 100 on there going to come on that truss of those little tomatoes. They're doing well. These are the Cavendish ones. Cavendish are doing well as well. And these last three tomatoes that we tried again, the Panvoy, they're doing extremely well as well. We've basically got red fruit now on all the varieties, all the tomatoes. We've got the Prudence Purple, that's starting to turn, as you can see there, that's starting to turn red. The Brandywine Red, they're not turning yet, they're still green. And also we've got our Brandywine Pink, plenty on those as well, but as you can see there, they're not turning yet. But yeah, so far a good crop on what we've got.